Good afternoon, everybody. It is March 13th, 2013. Hail and Happy Merry Me to all of you. Of course, it is just another day. And I discovered, to my dismay, that unfortunately shooting videos at night, my hair looks gray. So if you look at most of my videos that are shot at night, you'll notice that my hair is gray at night videos and whiter in the day videos. Not sure why that is exactly, given the fact that obviously the biggest difference is the light. This video, of course, is in color, because obviously, given my low viewer count, you guys didn't like the last video, and guys, sorry about that. It really was a pretty good video, but I think it went out a little bit long explaining the gruesome details of refinishing the kitchen door, which I think got a little excessive. But today, of course, we're not really having anything to talk about at all. In fact, I'm still waiting for you to give me some ideas what we should discuss. Okay, well, what about discussing what's going on regarding the cell phone unlocking and digital DRM versus the DMCA versus Section 1201, and also regarding the new HTML5. One of the founders of HTML5 would like to put DRM support into HTML5. However, there's concerns that by doing so could create problems for innovation and creativity. So, because you see, digital rights management is by itself it's more of a way to protect your intellectual property, and that it does not encourage other companies or individuals to come up with their own standards and improve on them, because the DRM rules are so austere that you can basically understand that some people just don't do well trying to work around that. So also regarding the cell phone unlocking, the United States Congress has discovered that they have run into a brick wall of their own design regarding the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and cell phones and Section 1201. So now there's a whole bunch of other treaties involved, which I can't remember the alphabet soup of letters, but just say that there will have to be a lot more changes than just writing the Digital Millennium Copyright Act to fully make unlocking your cell phones legal. But like many of the cell phone providers have said, we will unlock cell phones for people that are in good standing, that have completed the terms of their contract, or have paid the early termination fee. Okay, so those are the three possible ways to get your carrier to unlock your phone. Some carriers will charge you an unlocking fee, which I think is kind of stupid, because after all, if you're going to finish your terms of the contract with them, they shouldn't try to milk you, because they already gave you plenty of milk and you were already a subscriber to that service for those 2 years. Now, I still haven't really decided what my future is with my cell phone. I'm still kind of sitting on the fence, shaking my head, going, well, now, my iPhone 3GS is getting old. It works. It's physically in good shape. It's not perfect, but it's in good shape. And now, do I want to upgrade to an iPhone 4S for $49 with a 2-year contract with AT&T, or do I just want to go ahead and just take my cell phone that's just now unlocked and bring it over to the carrier when the contract expires and just go elsewhere? There's pros and cons of each, but for some people, it may not make much of a doggone difference anyway. The pro is that if you unlock your cell phone, you can take it with you to another provider. Okay? The con is if you unlock your cell phone, you're not going to necessarily get a new phone out of the deal unless you buy it with your own cash. So there is a catch to that issue. Is do you want a new phone or do you want a new cell phone service? You can't have both if you're on disability. The fact that truth is, a lot of times you can't even have one of the two. I just happen to be a little bit luckier than some that I can at least choose one of the two. Now, the other things too is coming up after a star we're going to have potentially in New England, northern New England, much more so than the southern New England. We'll be getting some good snowfall. And southern New England, it looks like we're going to get, we might be getting some mixed precipitation, but it's not going to be strictly snow. But this is like since this is a spring snowstorm, not a winter one. Please understand, anything after the 20th is spring. Also, of course, don't forget, Easter is on the 31st of this year. And if you're like me, you probably go looking for the deals on the chocolates and the candies from Easter. Well, this year you're going to have plenty of pleasure, of course. I've already confirmed it with CVS here in Winsted. That whatever candies left over after Easter will be its regular 50% off. So therefore, if you like your Cadbury eggs or whatever, get them after Easter, which means because Easter's on a Sunday this year, so Easter's always on a Sunday. So you can go get some of those chocolates and things. Now, speaking of chocolates, I'm still a little bit, perturbed about my situation and my weight. But I will not deny that some of this is my own damn fault, as Jimmy Buffett said. Let me explain why. First of all, I love snacks. I love chocolate. I love sweets. I love cookies. I love ice cream. I love cake. I love everything that's sweet. But I also like things that are not so sweet, too. And the problem is when I eat things like that, it's a lot of calories and often a lot of fat. And it's not really good for me. And yet, trying to tell that to my inner person that says, I need this. It's like trying to tell an alcoholic, I don't need a beer. It's not something that I particularly look forward to, but on the other hand, food is, something I do get a fixation on food. Maybe not as much as some people, but I still love to sit there and watch the Food Network and watch those chefs as they bang out some delicious and interesting meals. So yes, we have I got two channels on my satellite receiver dedicated to food, and more food. Yum, yum, yum. Speaking of that, people who have been playing the new SimCity game have been having their own little obsessions. That is, getting the game to work great because of the fact that part of the game is cloud-based and runs and stores games off-site, not on your computer. SimCity, the new version, is based on a client-server paradigm, and it really kind of makes it hard because what are you doing, Kitty? Huh? What are you doing? Makes it kind of hard because everything depends on that server, and that server is starting to show signs that it is becoming overwhelmed. Electronic Arts as likes this constantly online digital rights management. Well, remember I told you about digital rights management earlier. I don't think digital rights management in that form is so great. Look, I can see if the person gets the game, and when they first get it, they have to authenticate with the server, but logging in with a username, password, or whatever, address, phone number, the game already has a security code. So basically, the game at this point authenticates itself to the server only one time, say maybe every 5 hours or every hour. Okay? So it doesn't necessarily clog up your airtime. That maybe it might work okay, but even that's not flawless because the problem is you bought the game. But remember Section 1201 of the DMCA. Here's where your problem is. And if it's screwing up cell phones and screw up video games and screw up the sale of DVDs as well, then it's stupid. And it's hurting people. And it's creating problems. Oh, by the way, speaking of copyright and security, there was over 100,000 plus signatories for the Stop CISPA petition on whitehouse.gov. Well, the question is what is the White House Gov going to do about that? I don't know. I did not keep up with the situation, which will be due on the 28th, regarding the copyright alert system. But I can tell you that when I last checked it, that they were about a third of the way to the threshold of 100,000 signatories. But I think people don't really understand what the copyright alert system does. Me and Lemmy talked about it a couple of weeks ago. The copyright alert system penalizes people for downloading pirated software, because if they think you see you download pirated software, first it gives you a nice little nasty warning, and then by the 5th and 6th warning, you might as well just cancel the service and go with dial-up, because your service is locked at that forever slow speed, and you're not going to be able to get the speed back up. It sounds more like a way of bandwidth throttling a person for potentially for something that may not be illegal download. There are a lot of legitimate downloads that are also processed through BitTorrents, because that way they can distribute the load over multiple servers instead of having one server distributing all the software. Okay, so clearly the CISPA thing and the DMCA thing, and of course the copyright alert system thing, all are connected to each other in various ways. And it's really kind of scary to think that our government and the governments of other countries that support DMCA and other actions have created problems. Also, the United States would like to try to hold Canada to the terms of ACTA, which is funny because ACTA is now dead. But the United States sounds like maybe we should be saying they're trying to hold terms of Canada to the terms of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which frankly is maybe worse than ACTA. I don't know. But the point is that all the stuff that's going on is just irritating me to think that we're supposed to be living in the land of the free and the land of the brave, and yet you could potentially go to jail for just legitimately making a copy of your favorite movie and so you could watch it on all your devices. For example, in my case, I happened to took Hallmark Entertainment's The Snow Queen, and I did not know how to crack the DVD, so I went ahead and I downloaded the DVD from the Pirate Bay. Now, I already had the original disc, so in that case, I had a right to get a legitimate copy for my own archival purposes. Under the CMA, the answer is no, you don't. And it's like, what? I bought the DVD. And notice it never says on the DVD, at least not the one I have, that it requires digital rights management, which must be enforced. And by opening this package, you agree to terms of the DRM. It doesn't say that on the Snow Queen disc. And even if it did, it'd be in small print, so no one would see it. And that's something that's got to stop too. is people have got to be able to know what the hell they're getting into before they rip the package open and put the disc in the DVD player. That way people can return to the store. If they see digital rights management strictly enforced, then they can go ahead and say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy this disc. Our country has gotten to the point where we cannot even seem to make decisions of what is the best thing for the people of the world. We keep choosing things that are stupid. We keep coming up with policies that are draconian and dumb. We keep trying to find ways to throw more people into prison. Even people that really didn't do a crime. Just making a copy of your disc could put you in jail. And that's stupid. As far as the section about the cell phones, unfortunately, is the White House found out is now they're going to have to seriously rewrite a lot more than just a DMCA regarding the cell phones, just to allow people to unlock their cell phones. Isn't that stupid? You have to rewrite all your laws, 1998 law, to allow people to unlock their cell phone. The problem is Washington likes to write vague crap, and then when they do, there's so many things that fall under it that hurts a lot of people. Well, I guess that's about it. And I hope you would enjoy the nice weather weekend coming up after a star. I know it might get some snow, but don't worry about it. It's for New England. It's really not going to be much. I mean, at least not in southern New England. Northern New England, well, you guys have been fairly well off anyway. I don't think you guys really have to worry. And right now, I think we need to work on getting more precipitation in other parts of the eastern seaboard, which, like, for example, Ohio and Pennsylvania, and you guys really haven't had much rain or snow lately. So we gotta work on getting you some. But that's the Spring Stewards work. I'm just gonna wrap it up this year. The 20th technically is my last day. Actually, my last day actually starts on Star Eve, but okay, we'll just say is a Star basically we just, hand over control to the Spring Steward, and that's all they do, and then just like you for the next 9 months. It's an American citizen just doing what American citizens do. And so, we'll see what happens from there. Well, that's it. So I'll talk to you soon. I know this wasn't much, but, some days I don't have really much to talk about. But, always keep me abreast of what you want to hear. If you think I should be talking about something else, we'll talk about something else. If you think that you think I've approached this subject wrong, let me know and we'll fix it too. Okay? Bye, everybody.